Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Bumper here, back today with a new video. Today's going to be my December haul. First and foremost, let's get it out of the way. Happy New Year to all you beautiful people. Hope you're all doing well. You got all your resolutions there ready to be broken in a couple of weeks. I'm sure one of those resolutions isn't going to be no more physical media though, is it? So okay then, let's jump straight into it then. So as always then, in December, start off with the DVDs I bought and we'll move up to the better stuff, okay? So DVD wise, I had a little trip to the charity shop just to see what was going on in December. I had a couple of days off work and whatever, not much else happening. So first one I bought from there, Equilibrium, okay? So this is like a sort of Matrix style noughties action movie with Christian Bale and Tay Diggs. Only I've seen it once or twice a long time ago. Remember really enjoying it, and it's like sort of set in a future where like all high art is banned. Sounds a little bit weird, but yeah, it's living in a society where there's no art, no movies, no DVDs, no music, no paintings, nothing. So yeah, that's Equilibrium. Then next up I bought this one with a slipcover. I don't see a need to have it on any better quality, but it's an alright film. It's Outpost. It's got Ray Stevenson in, who I quite like. He's a good British actor. He was good in Punisher Warzone, I gotta be fair. Best Frank Castle I've seen on screens for sure. And yeah, so this is like one of those Nazi zombie movies that were quite popular again in the noughties. Yeah, this is probably the best one of the lot. Overlord's pretty good as well, mine, but that's a more modern one, I guess. Outpost. Alright, then another charity shop find. I couldn't leave this one there. I don't know if this has had a Blu-ray release, or I'm sure it'll get a 4K one day. It's directed by, God, I always forget his name, Sergio Leone, who done Once Upon a Time in the West, but this is Once Upon a Time in America. So this is an old-fashioned gangster movie. I always remember this one from the VHS days, and I always remember it being on for so long. It used to come on 2 tapes when you used to rent it. I don't know if this is a double DVD or a single. It's got a nice sliced slip case though, just sliding out. And then there's got like a nice book then with all your chapters. Discs are going to fall out. Okay, and then yeah, you've got your 2 discs there then as well. So Robert De Niro's in it. It's a film of 2 parts. You know, it starts off when they're young kids, and then it goes to the future. I do prefer it when they are the young kids, but that's always the same with me with these sort of movies. So we've got James Woods as well, Joe Pesci, Burt Young, obviously De Niro, Treat Williams. So yeah, so like I say, Sergio Leone, he done his Western masterpiece, and then he wanted to have a go at the gangster genre, I guess, and yeah, pretty much succeeded, I suppose, because it's a great film. Alright then, another DVD from the charity shop. This is a movie with Mike Epps and Ice Cube. This is called All About the Benjamins. Eva Mendes is in this as well. So this is another like noughties action movie. This sort of come at a time when movies were starting to get plentiful. You know, like now, every Friday there's about 10 new movies out. You never used to have that in the 90s, even up to the noughties. You know, there'd be 1 or 2 big releases a week, but yeah, there wouldn't be that many. But then these famous people like Ice Cube, anyone who had access to money and whatever, small production companies just churning out movies for fun in the noughties. So yeah, All About the Benjamins, pretty good, but not amazing. And then the last one I bought in the charity shop, I've been keeping an eye for this film for a long time now. It's not like I probably couldn't go on a foreign Amazon and buy the DVD or track it down in CDX, but Blu-ray, you have no chance of ever getting it on Blu-ray, I don't think. So I got it on DVD again after losing my last copy or borrowing it to someone and never getting back. And that's Narc. Alright, so this is very underrated dirty cop thriller with Ray Liotta and Jason Patric. It's got Busta Rhymes in as well. I love this film. It's so underrated. No one I speak to has ever seen it, or they may have seen it but they don't remember it or whatever. Sometimes I put it on for people like, oh yeah, I think I might have seen this actually. But then that might be because there's lots of familiar faces in it. But yeah, Ray Liotta's badass, Jason Patric's badass. Really good movie. Narc. Who's the director? Oh, Joe Carnahan. So he done the 18 remake, I'm pretty sure, whatever you want to call it, the live action one. And the last DVD, I actually went out my way to buy this one on Amazon, so I paid about £6. I don't think you can get it on Blu-ray anywhere in the world. I've been after it for a long time. Again, a bit like Narc, I've been after it, but I've only ever sort of had one eye on it. I know I could go to the deepest regions of Amazon and find a DVD somewhere, but you know, I sort of wanted a sort of thrill of the hunt kind of thing. But anyway, I ended up biting the bullet at the end because I come across it, and that's Mute Witness. Alright, so this is like a 90s film. It's not like a 90s film, it is a 90s film. But when I say it's like a 90s, so it's like a 90s high concept thriller. I can imagine someone like Vinegar Syndrome or something releasing this. This is about a mute woman who works on a a movie studio set, and after dark she gets locked in and she witnesses these two guys, and it looks like they're making a porno movie, you know, outside of hours. But then the guy butchers the woman that he's originally making love to, and she sees it. And yeah, there's a cat and mouse story there, but it's really good. It's got a very first appearance by a lady called Faye Ripley. She's a British actress. It took me ages to think where I knew her from. And then yeah, she's in like all these British soaps like Cold Feet and things. So I was surprised to see her in a bit of a gory 90s trash fest really. But yeah, if you've got a chance to check this one out, really good. They'll get a boutique release sooner or later by Severin or Vinegar Syndrome, no doubt. Meet Witness. Alright then, so that's about it for the DVDs. I never really get many, but there's always a couple. So I'll move on to the blues now, where there's always the most. Alright then, so we'll start off then. Start off with my CEX stuff. So I didn't go too mad in CEX, I just called in there. I went the Panto on Christmas Eve, took my kids with me, and we were a bit early. So there's a CEX not far, so I went and had a little look in there, and I got a couple of movies. I kind of made myself a hypocrite, because in the last video I said I wouldn't pay more than $2.50 for a movie from CEX there, but I went and did. But there you go. So first one I got £2.50, Last House on the Left. Okay, this is just a collection builder. I think this is a really good film. I'm not sure I want to say it's better than the original, but you know, it's not as grimy as the original. It's got a more polished look, but it still remains quite a heavy watch. So yeah, I really like this one as a remake. It's got the guy from Breaking Bad in as well, not Cranston, the young boy. I can't think, Aaron something in it. Aaron Paul. So yeah, Last House on the Left. Really good horror film. You've probably seen it, but if you haven't, definitely check it out. And then I bought this movie. I love this movie actually. This came out around about the time when the Marilyn McCann stuff was going on. I don't think it got a wide release because of the sort of similarities, but it's called Gone Baby Gone. Okay, so it's directed by Ben Affleck and it stars Casey Affleck, who's his brother. It's a wicked film. Like, it's about this couple, their baby go missing, and the police can't do anything about it or whatever, lack of evidence. So she hires a private eye, Casey Affleck, and he gets involved in it with his missus, Rachel Monaghan, and Michelle Monaghan, sorry. And yeah, they just go deeper and deeper into this web of bloody non-sin and just whatever else. Like, it gets really deep and really heavy, and the ending's a bit of a cop-out mind, and I think having Morgan Freeman in it kind of opens it up to a more commercial market, but it tries to have a heavy tone, so yeah, it gets a little bit tonally up and down, I think, towards the end, but the majority of it is pretty hardcore. So yeah, Gone Baby Gone. And then the last one I bought in CEX, this was £6, but a long time ago I done an unboxing of the Arrow special edition of Phenomena, and I was saying that before the internet was around, you should have movies in your head. You could only remember like bits and bobs of them, but you'd have no resource to go and find out what they were called. And I always had this movie poster in my head of a monkey with a switchblade, and I could never remember what it was. And then every time I used to try and look into it and stuff, where I could get some sort of resource, it always used to lead me back to this movie, Link. It wasn't Link, it was always Phenomena, but it was called Creepers back then, and the movie poster was a monkey with a switchblade. But for some reason, all roads used to lead me back to this film. But anyway, I do remember this one, but it's a lot less violent than Phenomena, that's for sure. But I haven't watched it yet. Well, I've seen it a long time ago, but I haven't watched this one. So this was £6 in CX. I didn't mind paying a bit extra for this one, because you don't see it in a while very often. And it's a film I wouldn't mind owning. It's not one that every Tom, Dick and Harry would have, to be honest. So it's got Elizabeth Shue in it, directed by Richard Franklin. Terence Stamp is in it as well. Proves how long ago I've seen it. So it's got loads of special features on there as well. So I'm sure it's not a bad release for £6 really. So that's Link. Then this other one was stinking up my Amazon basket for a long time. And then it went down in price to £8. So I thought, yeah, I'm just going to get it, or I'm never going to get it. And that's The Fan with Robert De Niro and Wesley Snipes. So I didn't realise it was a Tony Scott film. I never really heard of this company, Signal One. But this has got a number on the spine, 42. So I don't even see that from the glare. So I'm assuming they've done 41 films before this one. But I never come across. So we've got Tony Scott, Benicio del Toro, John Leguizamo, Wesley Snipes, Robert De Niro, and there's a lady there I missed. Ellen Barkin. And yeah, I said it's directed by Tony Scott. So yeah, I've seen this film a long time ago. I always remember being a bit confused watching it a long time ago, because when I was a kid, I always thought it was going to be Snipes being the bad guy and De Niro being a good guy. I don't know, that's just the way my head was back then. But yeah, you know, it's the other way around, obviously, and De Niro's the job in this. But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this again soon. So that's The Fan. Alright, then moving on to another Blu-ray that I got off Amazon. Okay, so again, if you watched my last haul video for October, November, you see I picked up Ghost Stories. It was a DVD and it had 4 ghost stories that the BBC done for Christmas Eve, more modern ones between sort of 2008 and 2018, say, before the pandemic. And that was on DVD, and then they bought this out then. Ghost Stories for Christmas. So this is actually the old ones from the 60s and the 70s remastered. There's 4 on here. This is an amazing set, okay, much better than the DVD that was put together for the more modern ones, which I hope they do a Blu-ray for, because it does say volume 1 on here, so there might be more to come. So yeah, nice slip on him. Loads of extras, look at that there. You won't be able to read them all because the glare is going to be too much probably, but it's just swamped with extras. And then you open it up, it's got 4 discs, a little booklet that tells you about all the different ones. Okay, I really like these, you know, this is like proper comfort viewing for me, so sorry if I bore you, but I'm going to have a quick look with you. I want to find out the names of the ones that are on here. So it tells you about M.R. James, who's a famous horror author. I think he might be Welsh, don't quote me on it, but definitely British. And yeah, and so Mark Gaddis and people like that, you know, they usually get involved with the modern day ones, but I'm not sure directly these older ones. But anyway, I'm waffling a bit, but it's got a really nice booklet. I couldn't see the individual titles, I thought they might have been in the chapters at the beginning, but you've got Whistle and I'll Come to You from 1968, and that also includes the remake that they've done more recently from 2010. So that's Whistle I'll Come to You. Then you've got A Warning to the Curious, Stalls of Barchester, and Lost Hearts. And every single one I think has got a commentary by Kim Newman. So Kim Newman's like a really cool dude. He's like sort of into what is trash cinema, his cult cinema. He used to have a good section in Empire or Total Film. I can't think which one it was. I picked up some good recommendations over the years off Kim Newman. Met him a few times at Fright Fest as well. So if he's given it the seal of approval, you know it's good. So that's Ghost Stories. Okay, then I picked up some more stuff. I popped into HMV. And picked up some stuff. Didn't know what I was going in there for really. I was going to have a little look around. You know how it is sometimes. And anyway, I seen this for $7.99, reduced from $12.99. This is a movie called Mother. Alright, so this is directed by Bong Joon-ho, who done Parasite, Memories of a Murder, The Host. So yeah, so I haven't seen all these films, and the box set is always like 35 quid, 40 quid. So I have never bought the box set, so I just buy the titles individually. They had Host for the same price as well, but I've seen Host so many times, I just bought this one in the end. I've never seen this, it sounds good. So we had a mum protecting her son, he's like disabled and bullied, and I think a murder happens and they try and pin it on him. So she goes to extreme lengths obviously to clear his name. So yeah, sounds really good, by sort of film, so I look forward to watching this. Yeah, Mother. And then I had to grab out the cloud today. I was hoping for a 4K steelbook, the one that's out in America, but because it's Best Buy or Walmart or whatever, it ain't anywhere to be found on Amazon. I had to look on Film Treasures, but they weren't stocking it either, so I had to bite the bullet. At least I saved a £5, it was down to $14.99, so this is just a Blu-ray now, and this is the 2, obviously, Terrifier 1 and 2, and I got I got All Hallows Eve on DVD then, as you know, to complete the collection basically. So yeah, wicked films 1 and 2. I don't need to spend any time on it. You must have been living under a rock if you haven't heard anything about Terrifier 2 recently. So yeah, then this is an amazing film. I wouldn't usually buy titles at full price these days. I always have to wait for sales. Because this is Welsh, I want to give a little bit back to the filmmakers, because I know a little bit about this film and the effort that went into making it. So this is The Feast. Okay, so this is like a folk horror. It's based on a Welsh folk tale. Like Welsh mythology, like Mother Nature type tale about this woman, and she's hired to be a cook and like a waitress type thing at a posh party at this guy's house, and they're proper you know, farmers, caps, shotguns, going out hunting rabbits, shooting their meals and whatever, like. And there's something about this woman, like, she's not into it at all, but she's there to do a job. And yeah, you know, as the night unravels and her true self sort of comes through, there's some mad shit that goes on. So it's a slow burn, but I really enjoyed it. It is Welsh language, so it is subtitled, but you should really check it out if you can. The Feast, and it was $12.99 in HMV, which I didn't mind paying, as I said. But if you want to wait for a price drop, fine. But you know, try and watch it. Support your local regional cinemas, whatever it is. Okay, where are we to then? All right, then we've got some Arrow stuff then, I think. Yeah. Alright, so I forgot to say at the start of the video, I love December. I don't know what it was, but every time I went on Amazon or looked on Blu-ray database, I had a little look on the HMV website or something. Anything I wanted was in a sale. I couldn't believe the sales were mad. They weren't like official sales, but they were just like 20% off this item, 15% off this item. So I went wild in December, I got to be fair, with things that I wanted for a while and I've been able to get. Anyway, so the first one up, this was reduced from £18 to £10. Doesn't sound like a massive saving, but it is really for an adult release when there's no sale going on. So that's Girls' Night Out. It's got a slipcover, still in the cellophane at the moment. I've been intrigued to watch this ever since Andy on Forgotten World of Movies said that the last scene kind of freaked him out. He wouldn't forget it, so I want to see what that's all about. I think I'm going to watch this tonight. I wasn't going to do this video tonight. I was going to stick this on, but no, I still have time, so that's fine. So yeah, Girls' Night Out. Really looking forward to watching this 80s trashy horror movie. Yeah, looks really good. Got a slip and all, obviously. And then this was another super duper duper deal. Okay, when this came out, it was 35, I think. But this is Lucio Fulci's Demonio. I got this for £15. So it's like a limited edition set. It's got a booklet and a poster. It looks like it's a bottom loader. We're looking him up because I don't do a lot of unboxing videos these days because I haven't been able to get the items when they first come out due to different reasons. And I always feel that if it's not a new release, it's pointless doing an unboxing because you've probably already seen 15 videos already of the same stuff. But I'm okay again now, actually, financially and whatever, so I'm hoping to get some new stuff January, February, March, all the time now when there's not a lot of other things happening, but then when the summer comes around, who knows. So anyway, so pull him out like that, lovely job. And then he opens up then, loads of stuff's going to fall out, I know it. And then it opens up like that, like a book, and then that's your design on the back, very gothic. And then it's like opening up into a big cross. So you've got your 2 discs there, on that side of the cross. Then you've just got artwork on this side. You've got art cards up here, booklets here, and then the documentary Fulci Talk. So yeah, I'm definitely looking for that. I love documentaries lately. I think I'd rather watch a good documentary than a good film sometimes these days. So yeah, that's Demonia. That's just absolutely awesome set. And I got that for £15. So it's still on Amazon for £15 now, I think. So if you want it, you know, you best get it, because it wouldn't surprise you if this one does sell out. I've got to be fair at the price. £15, insane. I felt like I was robbing them really for all the work they would have put into it, but it's just the way it goes, I guess. Should we put it away? All right then. Then moving on then. So I got some more Apple stuff. Now, a super duper deal again. I've been after this for a while. I've been meaning to watch these films again, but I just haven't got round to it. And this set is usually £45 to £50 retail, which I wouldn't pay for 3 Blu-rays, but I got it down to £18, and that's the Ring collection. Okay, so this is the 3 Ring movies. The first and the second one being a chronological order, and then the third one being a prequel. I love the first one, and the second one's alright as well. I really enjoyed watching these the other day. When I watched them years ago, they were on the tartan DVDs and they were really washed out, the colours. But watching them on here is unbelievable. It's like give the films a new lease of life altogether. So then that got me thinking then, you know, I need to get back on my J-horror, because it was a time in my life when J-horror was my thing. You know, it was all I was watching. So after grabbing that then, I went on Amazon and see what I could get cheap. So I got Hideo Nakata's Dark Water. So there's a good remake of this with Jennifer Connelly. I've never seen the original actually, or if I have, I can't really remember much about it. So this was half price on Amazon, £7.50. So I snapped it up, so that's come the other day, and I can't wait to watch that one now after watching the Ring movies. So I'm right back into it. And I always remember this movie, it was a bit more modern than these ones, and there was a famous scene on it on a bus, which is full of school kids, and it's a topless bus, and there's one scene where a girl drops something on the floor, she bends over to pick it up, and as she does, the topless bus like goes past this cutting wire, and it decapitates everybody on the bus except for her. It just looked wild. I never really knew what film it was from, so I googled it up, found out, and it's from a film called Tag. So I bought this. So this is a Eureka release, so you know it's going to be tidy. I haven't watched it yet to give my thing on the film. It's got a 2-disc set, so I'm really looking forward to it. I think I paid full price for this one, because we made £10.99 anyway, so that's Tag. And then I've also ordered Audition. I got that for £10 from Amazon, but it hasn't come yet. I have seen Audition a few times, but I'm adding that one to the collection. I'm also going to get that Grudge set. I want to get the One Missed Call trilogy, and I want to get Pulse. And if you can think of any other Japanese horror films I haven't just mentioned here, get them in the comments, boys, because I want to watch them. Alright then, and the last thing I bought on Blu-ray, I went into a local comic store by me, and unbelievably, I only went in to look at the pop vinyls because I wanted an Evil Dead one to go with my Evil Dead stack. And I went in there, and they were doing 3 4Ks for a tenner, or 3 Blu-rays for a tenner, or 3 DVDs for a tenner. You could mix and match. You didn't have a lot of 4Ks there, but they were all Disney ones. So obviously, I know Disney don't sell that well because they haven't got a good reputation for 4K. But anyway, I picked up 5 4Ks because I didn't need any more. I already had them, so I had to get one more because it was 3 for a tenner. So I wanted to get up to 6. So I got this Pete's Dragon box set here. So this has got the original Pete's Dragon and the new one, double pack on Blu-ray. I thought this was alright, you know, as part of the deal. I bought it more for the old one than the new one. I've seen the new one, and it was okay. I think Carl Urban was in it, if I remember rightly. But the old one's really good. I love this acting mixed with animation. I remember when this was like the you know, modern technology, like the Water Babies, and you used to have the Looney Tune films. These ones, Songs of the South, absolutely wicked, man. So yeah, that's the Pete's Dragon double set. Alright then on to the 4Ks. Okay, so like I said, there was an offer in a shop and there was 3 4Ks for a tenner. So I grabbed that Pete's Dragon set because I couldn't get 6 4Ks, but I did manage to get 5. So first one I got, which I was really pleased with, is Avengers Infinity War. I had the other 3. This has got a slip. I was going to buy it for about £15 on Amazon to complete the collection, but I always thought I was in no rush because I've seen it so many times. And luckily I held it because there it was with a slip cover as well. Unbelievable. So I got Avengers Infinity War. Then I got, these didn't have slips. I got Maleficent. Okay, not so bad. Toy Story 4. And Mulan. Oh, I just said I'm going to start collecting kids' movies and Disney movies because once you start, there's no going back. But unfortunately, I've done it now because of this price. I couldn't leave them there. And there's another one. I must not have pulled it out. This is the problem when you do monthly release videos. I might start doing them on a more regular basis because you put the stuff away in your collection and you can't find it again. But there was another one because it had a slip cover. I can't think what it was. It was only a Disney film, so it wouldn't have been nothing too major. So you're not missing out on not knowing too much. But it will bug me as much as anybody else. I'm having a quick look now to see if I can see it anywhere, but I can't. I'm not sure that I can't think off the top of my head what it was, which sounds bad. But then onto the 4Ks I bought sort of in HMV or whatever on Amazon. So first one I bought, this was a bit of a grail item. I've been after it for a long time. I got a bit done over because I paid £35 thinking it was a limited edition set, but it wasn't. It was just a standard, but it's still amazing. So it's Django from Arrow. You can only get this in the US, and I don't care what people say. They can argue with me till they blue in the face. For me, this is the best 4K there's ever been. I'm not saying it's got the strongest picture quality, but it definitely has the strongest improvement from the source material to the 4K. The jump is just astronomical, and what Arrow do is pretty clever, is they give you the starting credits in the old definition, and then there's a flick of quality to the 4K, and it's just mind-blowing. I show it to everyone who comes around my house. They can't believe it. Even my 13-year-old son was impressed. So love it. Django, amazing, gotta have it. And then this was only $12.99 on Amazon with a slipcover. The Thing, oh, and I got the last Arrow release. I did say I wasn't going to double dip because I bought this film so many times and I can't think how it can look better than the last Arrow release. But $12.99, I couldn't leave it there with a slipcover really. So it goes in the John Carpenter collection. I got the steel books from Screen Factory of The Fog and They Live come in. So I should have maybe held out for The Thing off them. But like I said, I just can't leave it there for $12.99. It's just too good a deal. Again, don't usually pay full whack, usually wait for a sale, but I wanted to slip on this one. So Pulp Fiction, because the slip's wicked with the lipstick and everything, it's like really cool black and white. It's got like a Sin City feel to it, like a sort of comic gunmetal grey kind of colour. So I don't need to tell you too much about this film. I watched it, the transfer was good, everyone's raving about it, rightly so. Yeah, so it is what it is. Pulp Fiction, amazing film. And then I bought Scream 2, only $19.99. Again, I wanted to make sure I got the slip cover because I got the slip for the first one, so I paid full whack for it. But yeah, I don't mind. I like Scream 2. It's a good film. I like Scream 1 and 2. Watch them back to back. They're really good. So yeah, guaranteed me the slip, so I got that one. And then this is my first ever Kino Lorber release, I think. This has been in my Amazon basket for ages as well, but I never pushed the button. Whenever I wanted a new cap, so I went on Film Treasure's website. They had this Night of the Living Dead cap, and this is the one I wanted. So I thought, if I'm going to order from them, I may as well get this as well. So this is Misery with the slip cover. Like I say, it's been out for a while. I've been after it for a while, but it's never bit the bullet. So I watched it. Awesome. Kino Lorber do some work. Brian Fairdue's film's awesome as well. Like Kathy Bates is just phenomenal because it's set in the snow. I always find like white, bright backgrounds can look wicked in 4K. So yeah, this is amazing. Misery, fair play. I think that's about it for my 4Ks. I didn't go too mad. There wasn't a lot out. But what I have got is 2 box sets. Like I said, the sales were awesome. Prices were awesome. So I tell you, the first one I bought is the Shore Scope box set. All right, so I think Mondo Chalavec has got both of these, this one and the second one. I think watching these videos sort of gave me the final push I needed. I always knew they sort of influenced the Wu-Tang, and being a big Wu-Tang fan, I did want to delve into it sooner or later, but I didn't quite realise that, you know, you had this comprehensive box set, you could just buy it and, you know, you're away sort of thing. Like, I wasn't sure if this might be full of obscure films, but it's not. It's like a lot of their best films. So yeah, so I got this and I've watched 3 films from it so far. King Boxer, Boxer from Shantung, and The 5 Venoms. And yeah, they were all wicked fair dues. So the packaging is amazing, although you've got to be careful because if you take it off your shelf the wrong way, it all falls out and makes a hell of a clatter. But what's amazing is that the way the discs are housed, you get this wicked animation of all the different films, which I think is just amazing. I'm just a sucker for animation like this. I am, like realistic looking art, but with like a comic book twist. So the 5 Venoms was great fair dues, the Toad style. But yeah, so I'm really into this. So I want to thank people for shaping this up on their YouTube channels. I never would have bought it otherwise, you know, because I just didn't really have a clue what it was. And then you've got a massive booklet as well. And like I said, they've done part 2 now, and I've heard part 2 is even better. It's got films like Enter the 36 Chambers on it, which is the Wu-Tang's #1 influence. So that's what I want to see, hands down. So yeah, prices, I went into 55 quid on Amazon, 120 on Arrow. I dropped the bollock a bit because it went down to 80 on Amazon and I had £20 worth of vouchers. Not 80 on Amazon, 80 on Arrow shop. And I had £20 worth of vouchers, so I bought it for 60, thinking it won't go any cheaper than that anyway. And then it was on Amazon 2 days later for 55, and I would have saved the £20 vouchers as well, and it would have cost me 5 or less, but hey ho, whatever. And the last one I bought, this was 48 quid. There's no way I'm leaving it there for 48 quid. I don't own any of the movies on 4K, but I've recently got the third one, Army of Darkness. So having Army of Darkness in my collection now, I thought I just can complete the rest of it with just one foul swoop. So that is the Groovy box set. So like I said, £48 on Amazon. Couldn't leave it there for that one. I don't own any of the movies in 4K anyway. I got #2 on Blue, and that's about it. I don't even own the first one. So then I got the remake on 4K from Screen Factory and the Army of Darkness. So I'm fully set now with my Evil Dead stuff. This is wicked. You've probably seen it opened a million times, but sideways loading. And then I put this J card in there because I don't always throw the J cards away for some reason. It says Groovy there. Then you open up the drawer and take it out. It's just really red there on the background. And then amazing, just a bit like the Arrow Shaw Brothers one. Discs are all boxed there, so you've got Blu-ray 4K Evil Dead, Blu-ray 4K Evil Dead 2, Ash vs Evil Dead Series 1, Series 2, Series 3, I guess. So yeah, just an absolutely amazing set. So really glad to have that. I'm really glad to have only paid 48 quid for it. Like I said earlier in the video, unless you want to get first dibs on it because you want it to show off on YouTube, I'm over that now. I am, you know, it costs too much money, it's unsustainable. Wait for the sales, man, because nothing sells out these days, really. You'll know the stuff that's going to sell out anyway if you're in the community. So yeah, you may as well wait. And I tell you why, I've got a couple of other bits here that I didn't show off. I'm glad I remember these because these are wicked. The first thing I got is the Criterion release of Night of the Living Dead. I thought I'm going to treat myself leading up to Christmas. Me and my missus decided not to buy each other presents and just use the money for other means. So yeah, I bought this. It's about 35-40 quid, but it's amazing. Like, it's a Criterion release, so there's no snip or anything. You do get a booklet inside, which is awesome, and you get a 3-disc set. But you know, with Criterion, you are paying for what's on the disc. And yeah, I wasn't a big lover of this movie or like the world's biggest fan of it. I watched it the other night on 4K, and I know everyone waxes lyrical about black and white 4K movies, and there's with reason, because it looks wicked. You know, the deepness of the levels of the blacks and the whites. That you know, like there's a scene in Psycho, I think, or it might be in this, and the woman goes out the bathroom and she's got a black eye, and although the movie's black and white, you can see the difference between the black of the bruise and the black of, like, say, someone's hat, because of the the contrast of the colour, so you can see it's a bruise. It looks like it's got colour, even though it hasn't got colour, because your brain, I suppose, knows what it should look like to a certain extent, but then it's helped them with the different depths of black. So yeah, just amazing. Night of the Living Dead, my favourite Romero zombie film by a long shot. So yeah, I love this movie now after checking it on 4K, and I watched it twice, so yeah, definitely love it. Awesome. And then I said on my last pickups video I had to decide between The Lost Boys and Poltergeist. I was a bit skint and I already had Poltergeist on Blue, so I'm glad I held out anyway, because I managed to get the Steelbook in the end off Amazon, or Zavi was it maybe, I don't know, I forget where I buy these things from half the time, but I got it down for about 20. So I know I could have got the standard release for maybe about 15 now, but I don't mind paying 20 for this Steelbook, because the artwork is crap on both, but the Steelbook is slightly better. I do like these ghostly skeleton characters by ear, and if you look closely, it is really nicely animated. But it needs to be larger. The font, the characters need to be bigger. It's the people are too small, like you miss it on the detail. But it's better than the standard slipcover. So yeah, I'm alright to have that one now. So that's another double dip though, unfortunately, which I haven't got the room for. And last but not least, and this only came today actually, this is another double dip. $18.99 on Zavi, just could not leave it there. Cabin in the Woods 4K Steelbook. So I own it on Blu-ray. It's not a movie I would have upgraded to if I was only buying a standard release, unless I had a really good deal on it. But the reason I got this is because it's got one of those wicked slip covers where, you know, you just got the kids in the woods there, and then when you take the case off, it unveils more of the picture there. So you've got the guys in the studio laboratory type thing, you know, we're monitoring them. So yeah, really awesome. I couldn't leave it there. I've got a design of all the monsters on the back then as well. So now I got this in 4K, I most definitely freeze frame the scene where the camera pans out towards the end. You see all the different creatures in the boxes, and have a good look at those. And then you've got your 2 discs there as well. So yeah, absolutely awesome. Alright then, so I think that's probably it for my pickup video. And I can't remember that one Disney one that I got with the slipcover. But oh, I remember what it was. It was the Jungle Book, live action Jungle Book, the Jon Favreau one. So that was the other one I got. You can sleep tonight now. Anyway, so Happy New Year to you all. Like I said, I won't name names because I'll only miss someone out. I'll be here all day. Content moving forward. Now, the channel's going nowhere. I know I've been a bit slow in December, but 3 kids and Christmas and all that, you know, what can you do? So I'll catch you with a new video very soon. I've been Bumper. Thanks for watching.